Skol, Vikings Nation. What's good, fam? It's your diehard purple and gold brother here, bringing you the hottest Minnesota Vikings news straight from the heart of the offseason. Today, we're diving into something that's got my blood pumping. Rumors swirling around a quarterback who could be joining our squad. Picture this, a local kid, a Gophers legend, rocking a Vikings shirt like he's already one of us. Intrigued yet? Here's the teaser that's gonna hook you. The Vikings just hosted Minnesota Gophers QB Max Brosmer for a pre-draft visit. And folks, this ain't just any visit. It's a signal. Tyler Forness and Destin Adams broke the story, and it's lighting up the fanbase. With the 2025 NFL Draft creeping closer, mark your calendars for April 24th to 26th in Green Bay. This move has us all wondering, could Brosmer be the next piece in our quarterback puzzle? Let's unpack this blockbuster and see what it means for our Vikings. Stick with me because we're about to break down this visit like a Brian Flores blitz package. Step by step, with all the juice and none of the fluff. From Brosmer's college stats to our QB room chaos, I've got the details to keep you glued to your screen. So, grab your horns, crank up the volume, and let's ride this Vikings wave together. Let's set the stage. Vikings fam, imagine US Bank Stadium, the roar of the Skol chant, and a quarterback slinging passes in purple. Now zoom in on Max Brosmer, 6'2", a cannon for an arm, and a brain that reads defenses like a veteran. This dude transferred from FCS New Hampshire to the Gophers in 2024, and what did he do? He threw for 2,828 yards, 18 touchdowns, and just 6 picks, leading Minnesota to a solid 8-5 record. That's the kind of stat line that makes you sit up straight. But here's where it gets spicy. Brosmer isn't some flashy, run-around QB with insane athleticism. No, he's a cerebral guy. Think of him as a chess master in shoulder pads. NFL Network's Lance Zierlein called him a confident, cerebral quarterback with average traits who proved he could play at the FBS level. Translation: he's not Patrick Mahomes, but he's got the smarts and the grit to hang in the pros. Could he be the next hidden gem for Kevin O'Connell's system? Now, picture this. Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. Brosmer strolls into Gophers spring practice, and what's he wearing? A Vikings-branded shirt. That's not an accident, fam. That's a statement. The Vikings brought him in for a pre-draft visit, and since he's a local kid from Minnesota, it's one of those local visits that doesn't even count against our 30 official prospect limit. Sneaky, right? What's cooking in the front office? Let's dig deeper. All right, let's talk about our quarterback room, because, phew, it's been a roller coaster. This offseason, we watched Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, and Nick Mullins all pack their bags and sign elsewhere. Sam was a Pro Bowler for us in 2024, but now he's gone. Daniel Jones? Outta here. Nick Mullins? See ya. That leaves us with just 2 signal callers on the roster as of April 9th, 2025. J.J. McCarthy and Brett Rippon. Cue the dramatic music. J.J. McCarthy, our number 10 overall pick from last year's draft, is the golden boy we're all banking on. But here's the kicker. He hasn't taken a single meaningful NFL snap yet. Why? A nasty meniscus injury in training camp sidelined him for his entire rookie season. Meanwhile, Brett Rippon, our journeyman backup, has thrown just 168 passes in his career since going undrafted in 2019. Solid depth? Sure. But if JJ stumbles, are we really trusting Rippon to carry the Vikings' playoff hopes? That's where Max Brosmer slides into the picture like a perfectly timed screen pass. The Vikings are clearly thinking ahead. They'll likely grab a veteran backup after the draft to avoid messing with our 2026 compensatory picks. Smart move, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah. But adding a young, moldable QB like Brosmer late in the draft? That's the kind of depth move that could pay off big time. What do you think, fam? Are we building a QB factory or what? Let's rewind the tape on Brosmer's game, because this kid's got some sauce. In 2024, he wasn't just chucking the ball around, he was dissecting defenses with precision. Those 2,828 yards didn't come from luck. They came from a quick release and a knack for reading coverages. Zierlein says he's got an average arm, but throws with anticipation, meaning he's a step ahead of the DBs before the ball even leaves his hand. That's Vikings football right there. Where he shines is picking apart zone coverages with intermediate throws. Imagine him in KOC's play-action scheme, hitting Justin Jefferson on a crossing route or Jordan Addison on a dig. His ball placement needs some polish against tight man coverage, but that's coachable, right? The dude's 24, an older prospect, so he's got maturity on his side. Perfect for soaking up wisdom from JJ and the staff. But here's the flip side, he's not a mobile QB. When the pocket collapses, his production dips, and he's not dodging pass rushers like Lamar Jackson. Zierlein says his lack of mobility and second reaction playmaking could hurt his stock, but in a system like ours, built on timing and levels route concepts, he might not need to. Is he the backup we've been dreaming of, or just a camp arm? Hit me with your thoughts in the comments. Now let's zoom out to the big picture, the 2025 NFL Draft. We're sitting at pick number 24 in the first round, but here's the twist, we've only got 4 picks total this year. 4. That's like showing up to a buffet with a tiny plate. Word on the street is we might trade down to stockpile more selections, but could Brosmer be a day 3 target? He's projected as a late-round pick, think rounds 5, 6, or maybe even 7. A steal, if you ask me. Teams can scout local talent like Brosmer without burning one of those precious 30 official visits. And that's exactly what the Vikings did. Tyler Forness and Destin Adams reported this gem, and it's got me hyped. Brosmer's not the sexiest name in the draft. No Cam Ward or Shadur Sanders vibes here, but he's got upside. His processing ability and accuracy could make him a perfect understudy for J.J. McCarthy. Who doesn't love a hometown hero storyline? Picture this draft scenario. We grab a stud defender or O-lineman early, then snag Brosmer late to groom behind J.J. It's like planting a seed that could sprout into something special. Vikings fans, are you feeling this vibe? Could Brosmer be rocking purple next season? Let's keep this convo rolling. Drop your draft predictions below. Alright, let's get nerdy with the XS and OS. Kevin O'Connell's offense is all about rhythm, timing, and exploiting mismatches. Brosmer fits that mold like a glove. Zierlein says he's appealing to a play-action-based offense utilizing levels route concepts. Sound familiar? That's KOC's playbook to a T. Imagine Brosmer stepping in during a pinch, running bootlegs, and hitting TJ Hawkinson over the middle. Chills, right? But it's not all sunshine and skull chance. When the pocket heats up, Brosmer's not the guy to scramble for a first down. He thrives when he's in rhythm, reading and attacking coverages like a professor breaking down a lecture. If our O-line, bolstered by free agents Will Fries and Ryan Kelly this offseason, gives him time, he could shine. But if the protection breaks down, well, we might be holding our breath. Here's the suspense. Can our coaching staff, some of the best in the biz, turn Brosmer's brainy game into NFL success? He's not a raw athlete, but he's got the intangibles. Vikings Nation, do you trust KOC and company to mold this kid into a reliable QB2? I'm dying to hear your take. Let's debate this in the comments. Let's talk vibes for a sec. Brosmer showing up to Gophers spring practice in a Vikings shirt? That's bold. It's like he's already claiming his spot in the purple family. This wasn't some random fashion choice. Dude knew the cameras would catch it, and he knew we'd lose our minds. Spoiler. We did. It's the kind of move that screams confidence. And I'm here for it. Think about the story here. A Minnesota kid, starring for the Gophers, now catching the eye of the Vikings. It's the hometown arc we live for. After throwing for nearly 2,800 yards in 2024, he's not just a feel-good tale, he's got legit cred. Pair that with his pre-draft visit, and it's starting to feel like fate. Are the Vikings planting a flag with this guy? Or is it just a tease? Here's where I need you, fam. Does this visit mean Brosmer's a lock for our roster? Or are we just kicking the tires? With JJ as QB1 and a vet likely coming post-draft, where does Max fit? Could he be our QB3 with upside? I'm buzzing with questions. Hit me with your theories and let's vibe on this together. Time to play GM, Vikings fans. If I'm Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, I'm looking at Brosmer and seeing a low-risk, high-reward pickup. Day 3 of the draft is all about finding diamonds in the rough, and this kid could be it. His 18 TDs and 6 INTs in 2024 show he's got decision-making chops. something you can't teach. Plus, at 24, he's mature enough to handle the NFL grind without blinking. The plan could be simple. Let J.J. McCarthy take the reins in 2025, bring in a grizzled vet like Joe Flacco after the draft, keeping those comp picks safe, and then slide Brosmer in as the developmental QB3. If J.J. needs time or, knock on wood, gets banged up, Brosmer's ready to step up. It's depth with a purpose, and it keeps our future flexible. Genius, right? But here's the cliffhanger. What if another team snags him first? The Bills, Chiefs, or 49ers could see the same value we do. Vikings Nation, should we fight for Brosmer in the draft, or let him go and trust our current duo? I need your GM hats on. Drop your strategy in the comments and let's build this roster together. Let's dream big for a minute. Fam, imagine it's Week 1, 2025. J.J. McCarthy's slinging it, the crowd's roaring, and somewhere on the sideline, Max Brosmer's soaking it all in. Purple jersey, playbook in hand, ready to learn from the best. Fast forward a year or two. J.J.'s a star, and Brosmer's the trusty backup who knows the system cold. It's the kind of QB room that wins championships. This visit isn't just a news blip. It's a glimpse into the Vikings' long game. With only 4 picks in 2025, every move counts, and Brosmer could be the sleeper pick that pays off down the road. His 2,828-yard season wasn't a fluke. It was a preview. Could he be the next Case Keenum, stepping up when we least expect it? The suspense is killing me. What's your vision, Vikings faithful? Do you see Brosmer as a future hero or just a camp body? I'm leaning toward hero, call it a gut feeling. Let's paint this picture together. Share your wildest Vikings dreams in the comments and keep this energy alive. Alright, Vikings Nation, we've dissected this Max Brosmer bombshell from every angle. From his Gophers glory to that Vikings shirt flex, this pre-draft visit has us buzzing like it's playoff season. The 2025 NFL Draft is just weeks away, and whether Brosmer lands with us or not, one thing's clear. The Vikings are cooking something special. Stay locked in, fam. This is just the beginning. Recap time. Brosmer's a smart, accurate QB with 2,828 yards of proof. Our QB room's thin, JJ's untested, and Kwesi's playing chess with these draft moves. Could Max be the missing piece? I'm hyped, you're hyped. Let's keep this fire burning. What's your final take? Drop it below. I'm reading every single one. Before you bounce, hit that like button if you're feeling the Skull spirit. Subscribe if you haven't already. More Vikings news is coming your way. Share this with your crew, because we're building the loudest fan base on YouTube, Skull Vikings. Let's ride this wave together.